The NBA trade season is heating up, and we've got a blockbuster deal to talk about. The Chicago Bulls are shipping out Lonzo Ball, sending the 27-year-old point guard to the Cleveland Cavaliers in exchange for Isaac Okoro, the Cavaliers' 24-year-old defensive-minded forward. Let's break down the trade, what this means for both teams, and how it could impact the rest of the league. Before we dive into the details, if you're a fan of the NBA and want to stay up to date with the latest trades, rumors, and all things basketball, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Drop a comment below and let us know who you think won this trade, the Bulls or the Cavs. Now, let's get into it. Starting with the Chicago Bulls, Lonzo Ball's time in Chicago has been nothing short of a roller coaster. After arriving in 2021 as a promising addition to the team's young core, Ball's career has been marred by injuries. This season, he only played in 35 games, averaging 7.6 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 3.3 assists per game. For a player who was expected to be a key piece of the Bulls' future, these numbers simply aren't what they had hoped for. But it's the injury history that has defined Ball's tenure in Chicago. After multiple failed attempts to fix a knee injury from the 2021-2022 season, Ball underwent a meniscus and cartilage transplant in his left knee in March 2023. He was sidelined for the entirety of the 2022, 2023, and 2020-2024 seasons due to complications, and to make matters worse, a wrist sprain kept him out for the majority of the season. The Bulls' patience with Ball seemed to be wearing thin, and this trade is an unfortunate but necessary move. For the Cavaliers, this trade signals a new chapter in their quest for playoff success. Cleveland was eyeing Ball for months, even inquiring about him at the February trade deadline. With the injury to Jerome and the team's salary cap constraints, the acquisition of Ball could prove to be a savvy move. The Cavaliers now have a 6'6", fast-paced, defensive-minded point guard who can add depth and versatility to their backcourt. Ball's contract, a 2-year deal worth $20 million with a team option for 2026-2027, is also more manageable for Cleveland, especially as they sit roughly $12 million over the salary cap's second apron. Ball's skill set fits perfectly with what Cleveland needs. The Cavs have all-star guard Darius Garland, who is currently recovering from left big toe surgery and is expected to miss part of the regular season. But Ball will step in and bring leadership, defense, and playmaking. If Garland does miss time early in the 2025-26 season, Ball could be the stabilizing force Cleveland needs to keep things running smoothly. Speaking of the Cavs, it's also important to note that free agent guard Sam Merrill is expected to stay in Cleveland. Merrill is reportedly finalizing a 4-year, $38 million contract to re-sign with the Cavaliers. This gives the team more stability and depth in their backcourt, especially as they gear up for another playoff push. Now, let's take a look at the Bulls side of things. In return for Ball, Chicago is getting Isaac Okoro, a 24-year-old 3-and-D forward who has spent the past few years with the Cavaliers. Okoro has appeared in 55 games this season, averaging 6.1 points, 2.4 rebounds, and 1.2 assists. While his offensive numbers might not blow you away, he's a career 35.1% shooter from beyond the arc. His real value comes on the defensive end, where Okoro is known for his ability to lock down opponents and contribute to the Bulls' defensive intensity. Okoro gives the Bulls a much-needed upgrade at the forward position, especially with their focus on improving their defensive game. Chicago has been lacking a consistent defensive presence on the wings, and Okoro brings just that. His shooting, while not elite, is solid enough to space the floor and complement the likes of Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. With Chicago's playoff aspirations hanging in the balance, this move could pay off if Okoro can step into a more prominent role. For Cleveland, the risk with Ball is significant given his injury history, but if Ball can stay healthy and return to the form that made him a highly coveted asset in previous seasons, this trade could prove to be a win for them. His size, defensive capabilities, and playmaking would make the Cavs an even more dangerous team in the Eastern Conference, especially with the young core of Mobley, Garland, and Jarrett Allen. On the flip side, Chicago may have just landed a key piece for their future with Okoro. While the trade certainly feels like a shift toward rebuilding, it also signals the Bulls' intent to get younger and more versatile, especially on defense. Okoro is under contract for the next 2 seasons, giving the Bulls a solid defensive option at a time when they need one.